Okay, we've got to finish Darkwater. I was having fun with this mission, but I had to jet Friday. Had to go to a football game. So, let's finish this one up. Hopefully before work. We were on the ship and I got crushed by a crate as the ship moved. I felt like I was doing pretty good, but then I tried to run behind a crate between the crate and the ship's rail. Ah, never mind. This is happening more frequently than what it should. It also doesn't guide you very well. Okay, yeah, because you gotta. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. Not a huge problem. There's definitely a lot of bugs in this game still, which I can't. I don't know exactly how I feel about that. I'm not going to be too harsh on them because all software always has bugs, especially with the more complex the software gets. It becomes more buggy. With the more demanding they try to push these games to be. It requires more complex hardware to run them, but they're trying to also make it where people don't have to have the latest and the greatest hardware to play them, and I understand that. So there's going to be some inherent bugs. You've got a wide range of hardware and hardware that people have. So you're trying to make it play on all of that stuff. I kind of understand that, but yeah, I've seen some bugs with grenades not blowing up. Like they're not on a timer. It's almost like there's very special and particular triggers involving the grenades instead of just timing. So, I threw a grenade through a window and it just sat there and sat there and sat there. I thought it disappeared, but I kept running up to the window. This was in my first stream, I think. I kept running up to the window and the grenade indicator would pop up on my screen, but but it wouldn't blow up. I finally killed the guy through the window, and the grenade blew up. My brother was telling me on Xbox he was playing this, and he had a grenade thrown, and the grenade indicator sat there for about 40 seconds. So he finally ran over and picked it up and threw it, and when it landed, it blew up. So there's some oddities there. I don't know that I've noticed a ton of other bugginess other than just um, uh, not not bugs necessarily, but mechanics that don't seem like they were implemented correctly, like the insta kills in the first or second mission. I guess it'd be the second mission. There were insta kills that just were like way too punitive. So things like that, and then these crashes. I consider these bugs, but whatever. I guess the rest of the bugs I would say are UI bugs. So well, and this isn't a bug, but I do get tired of having to go through the same screens where they're trying to get me to upgrade my version. Um, One of the reasons I've always preferred PC to Xbox is that in recent years they've really been changing, and I don't know about PS4 or PlayStation or anything like that. I used to have a PlayStation, but this was before the time of everything being connected to the internet. So I know in recent years they've turned the Xbox interface into a basically they're bombarding you with ads and trying to get you to buy things and upgrade things and all that kind of stuff. So there's tiles on the screen, and there's like everything's changing to apps, and when you load a game, it's trying to get you to buy something else. And I know that that's just the way the business is going, but I paid $70 for the base version of this game, and like right out of the gates, it's not even released yet, and they're trying to get me to spend $30 more, and I can't play the game until I get through that screen. Uh, I get it. I just don't like it. I'm not a fan of that stuff. And so now, like, I'm launching this through Steam, and every time I fire the game up, I have to click through several. I've got to wait for it to connect. I've got to wait for it to look for an update. It has to restart if there's an update. And then I got to click through these screens where they're asking me if I want to upgrade over and over and over again. And it's turned to splash screen. I used to get annoyed at splash screens that I'd seen more than once. Show me the splash screen the first time, but I've already bought the game. You don't have to advertise it to me. Now, generally speaking, splash screens are really loading screens typically. So I don't get too upset at splash screens, but whenever I have to come through and repeatedly and see I can jump through that, so that's cool. Um, but whenever I have to click through, like, do you want to upgrade your game? Every time I launch it, it's just kind of like, ugh. And then the buggy part of the UI is if I do click upgrade, then it'll take forever, and there will be a screen if I click this upgrade, but then I don't want to upgrade. There's no way out of it. You have to kill the game. At least no way that I found. Okay, so let's try to launch this again. Hopefully, if it crashes, it'll crash before it loads the whole game or the whole map. And if it does crash here, I don't know what I'm going to do. But it did this to me before, and I verified the game files, and it worked for a bit. No! Well, that might be the end of the stream this morning, I guess, because this is unplayable, and nobody's going to want to watch it if I'm repeatedly doing this. I might have to. Forgotten how to. They kind of moved this a while back. There we go. We're going to do this again. I might have to just restart the entire mission. I don't know. Maybe it's having issues with the location. I died in the middle of the mission, and maybe it's having trouble loading that or something. Which that would be a big bug if you die and then quit. Maybe I need to launch it in safe mode. I don't know. I've never had any luck launching things in safe mode. So anyway, I guess I'm just going to have to end this stream again because I don't want to go through this repeatedly. I'll get the game working, and then I will try to stream at noon, I suppose. Ugh.